Hello everybody, this is Hornlitz here, and welcome back for more Let's Glitch The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we got a bunch of 100% stuff around Lake Hylia, and then went and climbed part of Snow Peak Mountain before coming over here to Castletown. And this episode, we are going to be getting the Zora armor, and then going and getting a bit more 100% stuff. But first, before we do that, I need to show right here, I don't have the lamp bomb bag anymore. And that is, again, because I save and quit between this episode and the last one, and so it just gets rid of it because it's not like a legitimate bomb bag. But the problem is, I absolutely need that bomb bag for this escort section coming up right here, so I need to go re-steal that, so let me go do that. I swear, it is impossible to get through this section without talking to someone. Or two people. Yeah, it's... I don't know, those NPCs are always just in the worst spots. But anyways, so yeah, now as you can see, I have the lamp bomb bag, and so I will be able to progress in the escort, so let's go and do that. Now, the escort is definitely my least favorite part of the game. Casually, I always dread this part. I never want to do it. And the speedrun, it is no better. Actually, it's quite worse. Quite a lot worse. We have some really annoying stuff we need to do, so let's get on with it. So right off the bat here, we have a glitch. And this is a pretty difficult trick. So basically, right after this text box, once I cancel it, I need to be holding the L button and up on the control stick. And what that's going to do is that's just going to make me move forward a little bit, and then I'm going to buffer at a certain point, buffer in the item menu. So hopefully right about now, that should be good. Basically, as soon as opponent starts like dashing forward a little bit, that's when you can buffer. It's like an 8 or 9 frame window, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's pretty lenient. But anyways, so once you've done that, you want to hold down on the control stick and cancel the item menu. And what that's going to do is that's going to start turning us around. But it's going to turn us around in such a spot that we're going to start getting pushed by the horse and the carriage, and it's going to like keep pushing us until we start moving again, which is pretty nice. That basically just gets us as close to the carriage as we possibly can get while basically being stationary. And then once I start turning around, I'm actually going to shift to a down left position, and what that's going to do is just get my angle a little, it's going to set out my angle a little bit better, makes it a little bit more lenient on this trick. And then once I stop turning around, like once my angle is basically held, I want to do a back hop off of opponent, and what that's going to do is put me in front of the carriage, like on top of the horse, sort of, and because the collision's a little bit wonky there, it's actually going to push me up on top of the carriage. And what that's going to let me do is do a quick boomerang long jump attack over to a certain section of the wall, and hopefully I can land there. So let's hopefully get this trick, because this is honestly a real doozy of a trick, and it's really cool to pull off, but oh man, it's hard. And of course, the biggest problem with this trick is that you only have one shot to do it. Because as soon as the carriage is gone, you're done. You can't do it again. So let me hopefully get this. Oh my goodness! Finally, okay. So yeah, that's that right there took me probably about, I don't know, something like 10 or 12 attempts of recording the episode to get. But yeah, so anyways, once we've done that, now we're on this little section of the wall. If you try getting on here any more to the left, pretty much, you'll either bonk off the wall or like slide off or something, and you can't actually do anything with it. So you have to do it like way over here, and it's really dumb. But anyways, what we have to do after this is a little bit weird. So basically, this entire like section here, as you can see, I'm sliding down. I can't actually walk up it at all. So what I need to do is I need to use the third hidden skill, actually, the back slice, to get up here, except it's a little too far. So what are we going to do to get that tiny bit of extra distance? Well, this is what we needed bombs for, or this is one thing that we needed bombs for. So I'm going to drop a bomb, throw the boomerang, and then eventually the bomb will come back to me. I'm going to do the back slice at a certain point, and that will hopefully have the bomb blow me up when I'm pretty much at the peak of my jump, and that'll push me just the amount of extra distance I need to get to the top. So let's hopefully get this. Fortunately, at this point, you have like as many tries as you want, basically. So I think, yeah, I thought that was a little bit too, I didn't think that was gonna work. Did that do it? That did it. Okay, finally. So yeah, that just barely did it. I got up to the top here. So yeah, this part is you were able to walk up here. And so at this point, we just need to roll over to this way. We're completely out of bounds. We're not supposed to be here at all. And as you can see, we're even kind of like phasing through the ground here because the collision doesn't match up with it because there's no reason for it to. But what we want to do after that is actually just in front of me, over that little like hill there, the collision actually stops. And so now I'm actually not sure if this is required, but I'm going to do a boomerang long jump attack over into the void. And what that'll do is, as you can see, I voided out even though I clipped back in bounds, but I voided out, and what that does is that spawns me here. Past the bridge. As you can see, I have 2 keys. So that successfully skipped King Bublin. King Bublin 2, the entire fight. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Actually, I might as well grab some rupees here. But yeah, so that is what the trick does. It completely skips King Bublin 2, and it is a really cool trick, but it is so difficult to do, honestly. Like, I don't like doing it. But anyways, the alternative, there is an alternative you can do if you fail it. You can actually beat King Bublin with bombs. You can just pull a bomb at a certain point and then throw it as it's about to explode and have it hit him, but it's really annoying. It takes 3 bombs and it's really dumb. So yeah, I'm going to not do that. So yeah, I'm just going to get on opponent at this point and go on with the rest of the escort, which is also pretty dumb. Let me try and get some... Yeah, I got like a rupee or 2 there. That's pretty nice. So what we need to do at this point is actually, because we have the Lent Bomb, we actually need to blow up these rocks right here. All of them, because the next time we come through here, we're actually not going to have the... we're not going to have any bombs, and so we absolutely need to get those, blow those up right now. So anyways, after that, we need to... get rid of the fire that's on there, and then rush forward as quickly as we can, because we're actually going to be pretty much leaving the carriage behind. Can the carriage not cut me off, please? Thank you. Horse, don't turn around, please. Thank you. Alright, so once I come in here, I actually want to go over here first and kill, like, a few of these guys. That probably wasn't enough, but it doesn't really matter. And then after this, I'm actually going to run under here because there is a treasure chest under here that has 100 rupees in it, and I have a bit of time, so I'm gonna hopefully get it. It's right there. So you just drop off, and then you can actually jump attack up here and get the chest. Hopefully I haven't wasted too much time, because I do need to make sure that I am at a certain... Or I need to make sure I'm quick enough, because I was not at all quick enough. So basically, what happens here is, basically, this is the reason that Escort is stupid. There are card rocks that carry bombs. This guy, actually. Yeah, there's a card rock that carries a bomb, and it basically derails the carriage from its path. And you need to kill it, otherwise... you will never, you actually can't progress. There's actually a text, like a midna text that prevents you from progressing otherwise. So hopefully, wait, where am I going? It's this way. Oh shoot, oh, don't. No you don't. Okay, I just barely got it. Alright, that's nice. So once you do that, ooh, I even got a blue rupee, nice. So basically, at this point, we can actually just completely ditch the horse. Or the horse and carriage. We do not need to worry about it. And actually, I'm not going to have time to explain some visual cues for something I need to do right away. So basically, I need to get into Kakariko, and normally you're not supposed to be able to do that with the horse and carriage so far away from you. But you can actually boomerang long jump attack over the Midna trigger and into the Kakariko trigger. But we have to worry about the King Bublin 1 trigger. And so actually, hopefully, I can get this. If you push that there, and then hopefully... this will work. You can do a boomerang long jump attack over the trigger there, and then there's a certain visual cue right about here, I think. And then I can throw the boomerang over here. Actually, that was kind of a bad throw. Let me try it again. Throw the boomerang over here really close to the wall, and then when it's out of bounds, you do a boomerang long jump attack, and you just barely hit the trigger that finishes the escort without hitting the King Bublin trigger. Man, that was a big mouthful. I'm sorry for talking so fast for so long, but yeah, I did not have time to explain anything, or I didn't really have time to, like, take my time explaining anything because, yeah, the carriage was burning, and if you let the carriage burn completely, then you have to restart the carriage, and the escort, and it's really dumb. But anyways, I'm so glad that's over. That is easily my least favorite part of the run. But anyways, so once that happens, we actually, we have to go and get the Zora armor. But it's actually a little bit faster to roll the wrong way and then roll forwards, because it just puts us closer to the, to Rutella, that's her name. Yeah, so it's just a tiny little optimization that saves a little bit of time. It's great. But anyways, now right here, right as I'm getting in here, I mentioned last episode that I didn't donate to the guy who's like accepting donations enough, and so I need some extra rupees. I'm going to get this treasure chest right here. It contains a purple rupee, which is just the extra 50 rupees that I need to actually donate to him. So that's how I'm going. That's the backup that I'm going to use. Because yeah, normally you would just get the orange rupee that's over by the Poe that's like over by that watching area by Castletown. But yeah, it's yeah, you don't actually, that's the backup that I'm gonna use. But anyways, now right here, as soon as you actually load the next room, you can actually walk backwards, and Rutella will tell you to come this way, and then you'll already be out of the crawl space. So that just saves a little bit of time as well. There's a bunch of tiny little optimizations like that. But anyways, so once you've done that, ooh, I completely forgot I could skip that cutscene. You come over here and we'll get the Zora armor. So finally, the absolute worst section of the game is done. I am so happy. Literally, it took me like... Actually, I can even count. I can count how many tries it took me to actually get this. How many tries is that? That is 18 tries. It took me 18 tries to actually get the... the King Bublin 2 skip. It is such a dumb trick. Because yeah, like the biggest problem is you can only do it once. And it's, like, I hate it. It's a really cool trick, and honestly, the first time I saw that trick, I flipped out in my chair. Like, I practically fell out of it. It was like, I was so amazed, but it's such a hard trick. It's so dumb. But anyways, now that that's done, I actually completely forget what I need to do here. Where's the escort bits? We need to, right, okay. So at this point, we actually just need to warp to Kakariko Village. There is, as you can see, there is actually a golden wolf over by the, like, basically right where we, right by the crawl space into this back area, but we actually don't need to get that quite yet, and it's faster to get at a different point, so we're just gonna go here. And then at this point, I need to run over here to Epona, which, oh yeah, I guess she would normally warp over here. For a minute, I was gonna question why she was here, but then I guess this is where she's put after Escort. But then after that, we are going to ride out of the north exit here, because there's a bunch of 100% stuff that we have to get over here. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, yes, there is actually another cool trick that we can do. So this one is another mailman skip. However, this mailman skip works differently than the rest, actually. It's really cool. So basically, the way that this one is going to work is I'm going to position myself at a bit of a precise spot, right about maybe here. Actually, I have no idea. Actually, this should work, yeah. So basically, I'm going to claw shot up here, and as you can see, I grabbed on. That works. If you do it too low, you actually like just immediately fall off, and that's not high enough. And basically, what that does is, as you can see now, once I ride through here, the mailman's not going to talk to me. Now, of course, it may look like absolutely nothing happened, but the thing is, let me explain how that works while I'm getting these golden bugs here. Basically, especially when it comes to that specific mailman trigger, there are these, like, right before and after, or not even, sorry, right after the trigger, like, you basically, the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to go and get that mailman trigger only whenever you're leaving Kakariko. If you try entering Kakariko from from this side, you actually don't casually encounter that mailman trigger. And the reason for that is because right before, or like, right on the one side of that mailman trigger, there's this like deactivation trigger, which just deactivates the mailman trigger. And the reason it does that is just, I guess, because it's more scenic or something. I don't know. I don't know why they put the deactivation trigger there. But anyways, the reason I'm talking about the deactivation trigger is because up on those vines, there is also a deactivation trigger for some unknown reason. Like, I've got no idea why they put it up there. And so, as a result, we can literally just claw shot up there and completely skip having to view the mailman trigger. You can also LJ do a boomerang long jump attack across, like, to disable the trigger from the other side as well, but I actually don't know how to do that method. But anyways, so hopefully that was a good enough explanation. Now right here, there's a heart piece up there past that ladder, and we can just use a clever little boomerang long jump attack right here to get right across there. Normally you're supposed to use the owl statue on the other side of the bridge, which we actually shouldn't be able to do until after we've beaten the Temple of Time, but that's not for a long time from now. But yeah, so at this point, we can just get this heart piece and then jump down to the Bridge of Elden. Oh, hey, that's a new heart piece. Nice. So now I have 6 hearts. So yeah, I'm just going to jump down here and... Okay, nice, I did make that. Now there's a golden bug right there. And so I'm going to target that, and then I'm actually going to roll over here and get on Epona, and hopefully I was fast enough. Okay, I was just barely fast enough. It's just going to keep following me for a while. Now at this point, I want to blow up these rocks. And something weird is gonna happen, or rather, something isn't gonna happen that should. So basically, once those rocks blow up, normally a cutscene is supposed to happen right now, but as you can see, it didn't happen. And basically, the cutscene that's supposed to happen is the Bridge of Elden is actually supposed to completely disappear, or at least like a little section in the middle of it, and it doesn't happen. And this is one of the reasons why we thought that Early Master Sword doesn't work with the 100% route, because they're basically, you couldn't like actually get the thing to spawn, or the cutscene to spawn to have the bridge actually warp away. I think that was one of the reasons why. And yeah, basically there is actually one one part of the game where actually you can come back into this area. Later on, we're going to literally come back into this area, and a random cutscene is just going to happen. And it's going to be this bridge getting taken away. So yeah, that's something. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the reasons why, but fortunately there is a way around it. But yeah, so anyways, once I actually blew that up and got that golden bug, and then I also got a little bit of money just so that I have enough to donate to the guy in Castletown, I actually want to roll off of here and get onto here, and then come over here and do a boomerang long jump attack over this little gorge right here. Okay, I thought that was going to void me out. But anyways, so after that, I'm just going to come into this room right here, which this is actually the exit to a room. This is actually the exit to this little, I don't even know what to call this, but I guess the speedrunners call it the Goron Stock Cave, but there's absolutely nothing in-game that refers to it as that, so I have no idea why they called it that. But anyways, there's a piece of heart in here, so yeah, that is why we needed to come down here and get that. Anyways, so now that that's done, that is actually going to be the end of the episode, because the next thing that we need to do is going to take too long. It'll make the episode way too long. So anyways, I'm just going to come out of here and then save and quit. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click the like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button. Follow me on the links in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!